I'm Hilton Morris. Good to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
All right, you can have a seat.
Thank you.
Crazy weather we're having today. All that rain, huh?
Yeah, glad it's not snow.
Yeah, tell me about it. Well, we're just going to have a conversation. I did read over some of the information that you filled out on the intake form. We'll be writing some notes. It'll just be to keep track of what we're discussing, okay? So,
Okay.
All right, so why don't you go ahead and begin by telling me about what brought you in to see me today.
I feel like I've been extremely stressed out lately. A lot of anxiety that I normally or used to not have in situations that I don't feel I used to have stress or anxiety, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, so you've been feeling lots of anxiety that normally wasn't there?
Yes.
Okay. And how long would you say you've been feeling that way, Andrea?
It feels just like it's been getting worse in probably the last 6 months or so.
Okay, and can you tell me of anything that has happened within the last 6 months that's been different?
Yeah, I have been unemployed for a little while. I used to work at the post office. That was kind of stressful, but once I stopped working there, I had to move back in with my mom and my brother. And, you know, my brother's working, so he's contributing, but I have not been able to find a job again.
I can see how that would be a little
And
bit.
I've been, you know, applying places and doing interviews, but I haven't found anything yet.
Yeah, that's something to deal with. The loss of a job is not something that goes unnoticed as far as a level of stress that it can create.
The economy is so bad.
Yeah, tell me about it. All right, well, how would you say that you have been coping with the extra anxiety in your life these last 6 months?
I just really haven't been doing much. I feel like I'm getting into a cloud of, you know, anger, frustration, and then sadness. And I don't really have anybody close that I talk to about how I feel, so, you know, I feel like I'm kind of pushing people out of my life that normally I would hang out with. We really don't talk much anymore. Every now and then I'll, you know, meet up with my friends or something, but it's not often.
Okay. So let's talk more about the dynamic at home. Is it just your mother or your father that you live with?
Just my mother and my brother.
Okay. Tell me about that family relationship.
My mom is a single mom, and you know, she's always taking care of me and my brother. My brother is a few years younger than me, and you know, we've always been close. It's been hard for my mom, I know that, but you know, she's always been there for us no matter what. And now I feel like I'm stressing her out without having a job, and I just don't know what else to do. I feel like I've done everything I can.
Okay. Yeah, I can certainly understand the feeling as far as you wanting to do something to repay, you know, everything that your mother has done for you. But tell me about some of the things that you do when you're feeling anxious or stressed out.
Well, things that help me, or what do you mean?
You can answer it any way you feel comfortable. Either the things that you do normally when you feel yourself when stress is coming on, or your feelings about it. You can any way you want to answer that.
I used to write in a journal, and I don't so much anymore. I feel like that used to help me quite a bit, reflecting on my feelings and, you know, kind of giving me a better perspective on things and keeping me grounded, but I just don't even feel like doing that anymore.
Okay.
And like I said, I really don't do much anymore. If I do go out with my friends, I'll have drinks. That's probably the only way that I feel comfortable in any situation if I'm out, especially around strangers, people I don't know.
Okay. So you said as far as the drinking is usually just to feel comfortable around people?
Right.
Okay.
It helps me relax, yes.
Okay. So would you say that the drinking is usually just in social settings, or do you find yourself drinking in other settings as well?
No, it's mostly if I'm gonna go out, like I said, especially if other people that I don't know, I know are gonna be there. I'll have a few drinks, and that usually helps me feel more relaxed and be able to have conversations with people. I feel a little more outgoing.
Okay. Now, I want to learn a little bit more about your definition, or not necessarily your definition, but your feelings about being outgoing and being social around other people. Would you say that that's something that's very important to you, that you are in this situation that you're in right now, as far as losing your job? You feel like since you don't have that group of support, that you feel like you have to meet new people?
I don't feel like I have to, no. Like I said, I feel like my world is closing in more around me. Like I don't want to go places because I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to get to know other people. I feel like, like I'm losing hope for pretty much any aspect of my life. I was going to college for 2 years.
Okay.
And now I've been out of school for 2 years, and that's another thing that I've been wanting to get back to, but I'm apprehensive about that as well. I don't know if I'd be ready to go back to school. I know, a job is a little bit more important for me right now, especially, like I said, with the situation with my mom.
Right.
And being able to contribute,
So as of right now, you, and correct me if I'm mistaken in this, your main priority right now is just getting a job?
Yes.
Okay. And have you been, as far as going to any outside sources to get help with that?
No, like I said, I put in some applications online, but I really feel that, like, my anxiety is so high that when opportunity comes, I feel like backing out of it at the last minute.
Okay. All right.
I tell myself already that I'm probably not going to get the job.
Okay. So there's a lot of self-talk that goes on before you even engage in.
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit more about those conversations, and like what are some of the things that some of the feelings that you have, how you are right now?
As far as
the self-doubt aspect of looking for employment.
I just don't know how to pull myself out of it. I feel like there's not a lot to look forward to. And like I said, that just kind of makes me feel like I'm cornered and, rejection and...
But you're realizing that is taking place before you're even putting yourself in a position to be helped, all right?
Right.
Okay.
I don't know how to get out of that situation.
Okay. Well, that's definitely something that we can talk more about and we can kind of share, but one thing off the top, I can definitely want to encourage you to make some type of efforts to continue your journaling. Journaling is a very healthy way to reflect your thoughts and your feelings, like you said, and the honesty that you can share with yourself on a piece of paper is a lot easier than sharing it with someone else, and it doesn't take the type of things that lower your inhibition, with the alcohol, just to be able to be honest with yourself on paper. So that's definitely something that I want to encourage you to see if you can make any type of strides to continue doing that. You don't have to beat yourself up over not doing it consistently, but as long as you make an effort at some point to continue doing it, I can definitely assure you that you'd be surprised about the good that can come from continuing to start your journaling again.
I also feel like, I do have a desire to meet somebody that, I can have a relationship with, but I feel like I close everybody off, or I don't let them get close to me at all. Like I said, it feels like I'm too nervous to let my guard down or have in-depth conversations with anyone that I've met. And I've met a few guys that I'd like to go out with, but I feel like it immediately I tell myself it's not gonna work.
Okay. Well, I'd like to know more about the Andrea that prior to you losing your job. What were some other things that you enjoyed doing with other people?
I would liked going out. I liked dancing, karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
Those were fun things that I felt like I did on a pretty regular basis, at least once a month with my friends.
Okay.
And I just don't have the desire to anymore. My mom is threatening to kick me out of her house now, and I don't have anywhere else to turn. I don't feel like my friends would be able to help me out in that situation. I'm afraid to tell people where I'm at.
Is it that you think that they won't understand, or you saying that they just won't be able to help?
That they wouldn't be able to help me, and I'm a little embarrassed about the situation too. I mean, most of my friends know that I'm not employed right now, but everybody knows or thinks that I'm actively seeking out employment, where really I feel like almost depressed, like I can't work up the nerve to go and go through with an interview or put myself in the position of promoting myself as a good employee.
Okay. Well, I can let you know right now, what you're doing today is very courageous, and it's something that is going to do nothing but empower you so that you can kind of build up the confidence that is going to be needed to get out there and make inroads to other people, and basically with jobs you kind of have to sell yourself. That's one of the main questions that they want to ask you is, who are you and why should we hire you over the next person? So what I'd like to engage with you over a period of time is some goal setting. I'll have some goals for the therapy, and you can come in with the goals that you have personally, and we can kind of match them together and kind of see where the process is going or the progress is going with that, and we can revise them as needed. So it's not going to be something written in stone or anything
Small
like
steps.
that. Yeah, small steps basically to get you to where you want to be, okay?
What would be the first step?
The first step, I think, is to keep building on the momentum that you have right now. It took a lot of courage for you to come out. I know you said, meeting strangers is not something easy to you. And I'm a stranger. And you're doing a wonderful job talking to me right now and telling me where you are and where you would like to be. So you do need to build on what you've already accomplished. And it's a lot of people are intimidated by coming and sharing their problems with a stranger.
Right. It took a lot of working myself up to make this appointment.
Okay. And I don't want to do anything to make you feel like you can't come back. I want to see you come back and share with me your journey, because it's definitely going to be a journey, and it's not going to be.
I appreciate that.
Okay, it's not a problem. I'm here for you.
Thank you.